So I would be considered the founder of the Eighth Day. I don't really give myself too much credit. None of it would be possible without all the people that I have on board. The thing that inspired me was the city of Hamilton, and the fact that it had this amazing art scene, and that the music and all the culture was very up and coming. And I felt like Hamilton deserved an electronic music festival. It was the right move because if we're doing all these great things, I think that the future was electronic music. This festival this year was funded by a Kickstarter campaign, which was pretty much, it's all or nothing. You put up amount, you pretty much cross your fingers that people want to, contribute, and essentially that's how we kind of went about it at first, yeah. So when I got to Hamilton as a musician, I realized that it was just like an amazing scene. I got all these music gigs, I got connected with all these musicians and artists, and they had this thing called Art Crawl and Super Crawl, and I was just like blown away. And so how I found the artists, I pretty much just broadcasted that we're recruiting, and we had like a 3-part concert series just finding the right people to get on board. And what it really came down to was just dedication. If you were there and you were just like killing it, or if you're just always dedicated to what you're doing, that stood out more than anything to me. Everybody came into the event with like a great vibe. No alcohol, more too. And everybody was dancing, having fun. There was kids, not just people my age, So overall, I think the event was amazing. I look forward to doing it again. I can't believe it's over. It's been a long road.
I'm Alex Gunby. I'm a producer from Hamilton. I produce electronic music, electro house, progressive house, and big room house, mostly. Started performing when I was about 14 or 15, and then I'm 16 now, so it's been about a year. I think it's growing still. It still has a lot of room to grow. It's not slowing down though, it's growing. But obviously Toronto is like the big Canadian city, and Montreal as well for EDM, but Hamilton's getting up there. I'd like to perform at Government before it closes, and then obviously like all the festivals like Tomorrowland, Ultra, festivals like that. I prefer to perform at festivals than clubs. I think the 8th Day Festival, Midsummer's Dream at the Paint Festival, those are probably my 2 favorites that I've performed at. I released my newest track, Inferno. I'm working on a couple right now, and I'm hoping to release those on either Major League Recordings or some other labels. The first year that it came out, it was like brand new to Hamilton, so I was like, oh, I gotta get in on this. So I messaged Josh Moran. He's the coordinator of the festival. And he's like, hey man, we already got our lineup filled, but you can help promote. So I was a promoter for that festival. And then I think like 4 days before the event, it got shut down by the city, and we already sold like tons of tickets, so everyone was pretty disappointed about that. This year I took producing and DJing more seriously, so he's like, hey man, I'm gonna get you on the lineup. So I was promoting, selling tickets, as well as performing at the festival. So that's basically how the relationship between me and the 8th Day went. I started producing when I was 11. I got the program Ableton, so I started playing around with it, making like all this really bad music and stuff, and just kind of getting the hang of it. And then when I was about 13 or 14, I started taking producing seriously, started releasing tracks on SoundCloud. Now I'm here, so it's pretty cool. Just be yourself, don't try to fake anything. Make the music that you like, don't try to make music for other people. Your audience will find you.